the criminal justice system, the people,
Pimps, addicts, thieves, bums, winos, girls who can't keep an address, and men who don't care.
are represented by two separate yet equally important groups.
A cop, a flatfoot, a bull, a dick, John Law. You're the fuzz, the heat, you're poison, you're trouble, you're bad news.
These are their stories.
A 42-year-old man in Houston, Texas, pleading guilty to securities fraud for buying and selling stocks based on details that he learned from listening in on his wife's business conversations. I have to say, it's a
Wild idea, but it just might work.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. So his wife's on the phone talking, and he's jotting stuff down. He made $1.7 million in profits from listening to that conversation and trading those stocks on that information.
Those are some pretty juicy phone calls.
Yeah. His wife worked as a mergers and acquisition manager at an oil and gas conglomerate, BP. Maybe you've heard of it. They've kind of done a lot of business through time. British Petroleum. Mm-hmm. So when he overheard details of a BP plan to acquire a truck stop and travel center company that's based in Ohio, he thought, great, I'll buy 46,000 shares of the truck stop company before the merger is announced.
What a bonehead.
The stock took off after the merger, and it rose 71%.
Yeah.
He then, of course, sold the stock and cashed in the money.
There's never been anything like this.
Right. Now, he's going to be sentenced, and there it is. Tony has the SEC statement on this. He will be sentenced on May 17th, and he faces up to 5 years in federal prison, a possible fine of up to $250,000. He may also owe a fine and some other penalties, according to a separate filing that may be with the SEC in the months to come. No word on what that family meeting was like, but just saying it was a great plan until it wasn't.
My understanding is that they are headed for divorce court, and she lost her job too.
Wow.
Good day, sir.
That is... That's pretty bad.
She lost her husband and she lost her job, all because he was a giant bonehead.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. I guess that's what I'm getting at. A woman who took off in an unoccupied Amazon delivery van was arrested by Palo Alto cops.
It's a wild idea, but it just might work.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, I don't know what she's doing, joyriding or what. There she is. She doesn't look, again, on the booking photo meter, I'm going to put that at a 4. I mean, I've seen worse, but you're not even coming in at average. That's pretty.
She looks a little angry.
Oh, my God, yes. She's definitely going for anger there. Mm-hmm. The delivery driver had parked the van in the 400 block of West Charleston Road in Palo Alto. He hopped out to make a delivery, left the keys in the ignition, engine running. When he came back, he saw the van being driven away by that lady right there that you see. He watched it make a U-turn, and Amazon dispatchers worked with cops to track the van's travel. Somebody in our audience sent me, because we had another story, I think it was in Florida, of somebody jacking an Amazon van, and somebody who's an Amazon driver who listens to the show sent me an email showing me with screen grabs what the Amazon tracking technology is on board these vans, and it's insanely good. Like you can, it's like as you might imagine from Amazon, the best picture, the highest def, everything. You know exactly where the van is. We can see you driving it. It's just so. It's really a bad plan to jack an Amazon van unless you disable that technology somehow. Anyway, they worked with cops to track the van's travel. The woman ended up parking at an Amazon facility. Wow.
Just
That
take
is
it
a
home,
really
people.
bad-
Just taking it home.
Don't get it.
Yeah, you really don't.
You don't.
I mean, you stole the van, you brought it back to an Amazon. Maybe you were trying to, you go, hey, look, no harm, no foul. All the packages inside the van were accounted for. The woman told cops that she just needed to get back to San Jose. That is a wild. 36 years old, booked into county jail, and that is that. And finally, to Hollywood, California, everybody, all of our friends in Southern California, a vacant multi-million-dollar mansion in the Hollywood Hills played host to a group of squatters earlier this year. We told you that story, including a fake lease agreement that they drew up.
Yeah.
A woman claiming to be making content for her OnlyFans page. Well, the real estate agents, Emily Randall Smith, her husband Tyler Smith, had planned to prepare the house for an open house. They were met with obvious signs that someone had made themselves at home. The security box where the agents had kept a key was broken open. New mailbox had been placed out front. And just before Christmas, the couple had shown the property to potential buyers, and then it sat vacant for a few weeks. The home is listed on Airbnb. It's fully furnished, including kitchenware. And on the day she and her husband returned to the home for the open house, they couldn't get inside. They looked through the window and spotted a man lying down in a bed in one of the bedrooms, and that's when they called the cops. When the cops came, they knocked on the door. Nobody answered. They walked around the property, used the speaker on their police cruiser to order anyone in the house to come out. And the cops left because the homeowner said, we don't want you to break down the front door. So their real estate agents, the couple, waited at the bottom of their hill, and then they saw lights come on, and then they called the cops again. And this time, a woman answered the door. She said she was renting a room from a guy there, and she produced a lease agreement to the real estate agents. And the refrigerator was stocked. Police then got rid of the woman. She was the only person in there at the time. And then they took stock of the home, which had been, was in pretty bad shape. Although they did set up their own Wi-Fi, which is kind of nice.
What?
So, yeah, they really had, because you can look at that house and it might have some dead spots Wi-Fi wise, but they really made sure there was really slamming Wi-Fi through the whole thing. The house is still listed for sale, Kim. That's why I wanted to mention it to you. You and all of your OnlyFans model friends
Yeah, of course.
may want to take a shot at it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Got a free place to be.
The Hollywood Hills home at the center of so much controversy is cleaned up. It's ready to go. Those are not the best pictures of it.
For sale for how much?
Wow,
No.
Tony. I don't think that's
Thanks, Tony.
That's not the very. That's a much
How many
better
millions
picture.
you want for that rat trap?
It does need a little work, but it is listed now. The listing price is not available, at least at this particular time. But if you are curious, I'll research it for you and I'll provide it for you. But thank you for those pictures, Tony. And there it
Thanks,
is,
Tony.
a very controversial home, now vacant and back on the market. And with that,
No,
Tony,
wait. Can we hold
Yes.
for just a moment? Because I have some breaking news to include in Law and Disorder.
Oh, please.
Yeah, let's go to this.
I love
Two
it.
men have
Let's
been
do
found guilty in the murder
Kim, how are you?
Yeah.
for the 2002 killing of Run DMC's Jam Master Jay.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been talking. Weren't we talking about this on the show? I think we were talking about this case. And yeah, so this is a pretty serious situation with these two fellows that are now found guilty of murder. The Run DMC, of course, the pioneering DJ, the Jam Master Jay of Run DMC. And this has been a case that's been going on for decades. So Ronald Washington Ronald Washington is Jam Master Jay's childhood friend, and Carl Jordan Jr., Jay's godson, were convicted of murder while engaged in narcotics trafficking and firearm-related murder. So that's what we know.
Wow. Wow. That's big.
Yeah.
That is big. And with that, that's Law and Disorder for today.
Tune in again next time for more Law and Disorder on The Mark Thompson Show.
All right, that's it. Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.